Man, remember how cool that was to watch for the first time? Well, I sure do. In fact, I'm going to assume that a lot of you that are watching this are probably thinking the same thing. Whether you've seen it there for the first time, or even saw the trailer that had all the sound effects that made my Sonic Unleashed brain activate, then all of a sudden, oh my, who's that? Sonic Generations. We all know it, and yes, I mean we, because just about anyone who had played video games in 2011 has played this at some point. This game is one of, if not the most iconic 3D Sonic game of all time, up there with Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Frontiers, in terms of popularity and how iconic it is. Rightfully so. This game is not only fantastic gameplay-wise and is one of the best playing Sonic games to date, but also its whole identity of being built solely on being an anniversary video game for the Sonic the Hedgehog 20th anniversary was probably one of the smartest moves I've ever seen from any company do ever, really. I mean, think about it. Who else has done this? When celebrating the franchise's 20th birthday, Sega and Sonic Team did it well with this well-made game, from its awesome gameplay, callbacks, level design, and of course, its story as well. Oh wait, no, not that one. This one. Alright boys, let's take a trip down memory lane. What do you say? But before we get into that, I got something I gotta share with you guys. Today's video is brought to you by Sega. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is the latest kart racing game in the Sonic series, where within races you can cross worlds through a portal ring to a whole new location with all kinds of Sonic characters, including other Sega characters as well as different IPs, with even more DLC characters planned for the rest of 2026. One of the next ones being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for July of 2026, and the other characters being from Avatar coming October of 2026. Both of these are very exciting to see come to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles having all 4 of the Turtles playable, and Avatar having both Aang and Katara joining the roster of racers. Alongside the characters coming, they have their own vehicle and their own track that takes place in their own world that will be coming with them. But that's not all. Recently, Sonic Racing Crossroads just had a brand new Year 2 round of DLC announced with more characters and tracks revealed to be coming to the game, with crossovers such as Godzilla and Evangelion. Godzilla in the iconic city escape from Sonic Adventure 2, with it looking like he's invaded it entirely in the process, and the Evangelion crossover takes place in the iconic Tokyo 3 from all the movies and Eva 01. Of course, the 2 pilots, Rei and Asuka, are here as racers as well. Seeing both of these is very exciting, and is a great start to this Year 2 DLC. I'm hoping we get to see more Sonic areas with this crossover in this. I'm also really excited to see what else is up the sleeve for this run in terms of other IPs. I'm hoping personally we get a collab with other anime series like Dragon Ball, or perhaps maybe getting other gaming legends like Kratos from God of War. And for a laugh, throw in FNAF or something, I don't know. But with all that said, that's still not all that's in store for Sonic this year. Alongside the recently announced Year 2 DLC for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, there's the announcement of a partnership between Sega, Sonic Team, and indie dev studio Pico Park. Both Pico Park 1 and 2 are well known for how hilarious and chaotically fun the co-op of these platforming puzzle-solving games are. And now, Sonic the Hedgehog is crossing over with it to put its own little spin on it. From Sonic and his friends being playable to the use of the spin dash, rings, running through loops and springs throughout the stages, Sonic Pico Park is looking to offer a brand new twist to the Pico Park gameplay formula. This game can be playable in online and local multiplayer with a number of up to 2 to 8 players. The title will be coming out in late 2026 with no release date quite yet, so we'll have to stay tuned on that. If you want to stay up to date on all things Sonic Racing Crossworlds related or Sonic Pico Park, check out the official channels of Sonic the Hedgehog on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, to anyone who is watching this and might be thinking, wow, this Sonic guy sounds pretty fun. I wish I could play a Sonic game, but I don't know if I could buy any right now. Well, do I have good news for you? I'm here to tell you as a fun little reminder that Sonic games will be on sale throughout the year, and you can check out the sale with this link right here for the latest deals on the platform of your choice. Thank you so much to Sega for sponsoring this video, and I hope you guys are looking forward to Sonic Racing Crossroads Year 2 DLC, as well as Sonic Pico Park. Anyways, let's get back to the video. The story of Sonic Generations is an interesting conversation, mainly because most people will say it doesn't have one. To some degree, yeah, not really. I mean, from the very start, this is very obvious it's not going to have a super serious and complex story like Adventure 2 or Unleashed. Instead, this game takes it back and goes in a different direction. And this might be a hot take, but for this game, I think it works. For this game, in terms of its story, it's just simply, well, simple, but that's the idea of it. And I know when it comes to Sonic, having a simple story is kind of really a not good idea, especially in terms of execution in the past, but at this point, unlike Colors being the previous game where this idea first came into play, where the dialogue in this game absolutely reeks of Saturday morning cartoon shenanigans, this game actually manages to dip away from that a tad and gets you somewhat engaged on everything that's going on. I don't think that was planned because this isn't like the best story of the franchise, but they somehow did it to where it wasn't super cringy, so credit where credit is due. We start at what the game's whole premise is, being Sonic's birthday. Why that is because this game, from its very start, was meant to be an anniversary game. Not a new world adventure or storybook hopping quest, just a simple and simple and fun story about this hedgehog's anniversary. If anything, the best way to kind of describe this game's story is that it's like a slice of life episode if you think about it. No big threat, no Eggman attacks, just the friend group putting together a surprise party for their friend, and they're all having a good time. Well, that is until we need a story to happen. After all that, you are now here. The rest of the game is as follows. Go through levels, explore your history, rescue friends, find out whatever that thing is, get Chaos Emeralds from either old rivals and previous boss encounters, or in one case your rival who also was going on a time travel journey of his own, but that's for a discussion for another time, team up with your younger self, rinse and repeat. The first four at least. Now yes, this is simple and very minimal in terms of a plot and story, but that's just the thing. This is the whole idea. Sonic Generations isn't about the story or character arcs. In reality, it's all about going through Sonic's history and celebrating in the process, and you, the player, are the one doing the celebrating. The story is just a fun time and really a way to get these characters in these locations and just a fun campaign to go through. Yes, there are some stakes toward the end with the Eggman, but in the end, like said in Adventure 1, all's well that ends well, really. Could this game have had a more serious, well-designed story and plot like the previous games had? Maybe, but the thing is, it doesn't have to have one, nor did it ever need it. Sure, on paper that could sound cool, actually giving Sonic a time travel plot but do it better this time around, and having awesome moments with classic Sonic plus modern Sonic, but does it really need the hype moments and aura like before? In all honesty, it doesn't really need it. The hype moments and aura come from the gameplay and the celebration aspect of Generations, not its story. This was always meant to be a fun little anniversary game that Sonic Team wanted to make for the 20th anniversary of the mascot character that put them and Sega on the map. The plot and dialogue is simple, sure, but it was never about that. It's about going through the history to celebrate the past 20 years that Sonic has been through. There's potential for a more deep-driven story perhaps, but trying to picture it just feels very out of place for what this game was trying to do from the start. That's why whenever you give it a rewrite based off the original story, it is not entirely going to work in all honesty, especially when the dialogue is just references upon references within it.
Without the time stones?
You literally never mentioned those ever. A for effort, but for me, I'll always enjoy the simple short story that the original Generations had. Is it simplistic and could have been explored more? Sure, but I think the story of Sonic Generations is something that works for the kind of game this is. That being an anniversary game to celebrate the Blue Blur's legacy, and with the great game aspects alongside the story, both of them managed to do a great job with it, making a fantastic product at the end of the day, and one of the most beloved and memorable and super fun Sonic games ever released. Happy birthday, Sonic, and here's to many more.